Hey everybody, I'm back with my weekly chat for you guys, and I love doing these videos. I've been getting some very positive responses, and I want to say a big thank you to everybody who comments on them. These are becoming some of my most favorite videos to film. I just love sitting and chatting with you guys, and I realize it's not one-on-one. I'm just really talking to a camera, but I just like telling you kind of what's going on in my life, and I love to hear if you guys want to share anything that's going on in your life, and that's what's happening. First of all, I've got to say, if you happen to see my nails, I picked all of the shellac off of them yesterday, and they're looking a little rough. Okay, I'm giving them a break right now. I don't get my nails done constantly. I have got shellac 3 times in a row, and that's kind of drug out almost 2.5 to 3 months. I usually leave it on there 3 weeks or so, so really not, I mean, that's 9 weeks, so whatever that works out to be. They're getting a break right now, a much needed break, but they're going to look a little rough for a while, so I hope you don't mind what they look like, because I'm the one that's living with them, but regardless, I have had an awesome week, and I hope you guys have as well. I have felt so much better this week than I've had in a really long time. And I do contribute that to getting more exercise and eating more properly, eating better. And I don't want every single one of these chats to constantly dwell on weight loss, but that's kind of what's going on in my life right now, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm not going to try to turn this into like a fitness or weight loss segment, but just kind of telling you what's going on. And I thought I would do a little bit of a confession time and tell you kind of what I was doing prior to getting back on the bandwagon. I had kind of let myself slip into a rut of just bad eating. I was still walking on the treadmill, but I had slowed it down significantly, where I basically was just barely moving. It wasn't really doing anything. Yes, I was getting some exercise. It was better than nothing, but just really slowed it down. So over the past, this week, last week, and I think the week before, I have really started speeding that treadmill back up to where I was prior to kind of just really getting stuck in a rut. And last week I brought my notes. I walked 26 miles. Most of those were walked on the treadmill. All of those were walked on the treadmill. I don't count the miles that I'm just walking around normally. I don't wear a pedometer or a Fitbit, so I really don't know how many more miles that I've walked, but on the treadmill I walked 26 miles. I finished up last Saturday, so when this last Saturday's chat went up, I finished up 26 miles then, and most of those were walked at 4 miles an hour, and that's a 15-minute mile. A little bit of it was done at 3 miles an hour. Sometimes I just had to slow it down. So far this week, as of the filming of this video, it's Friday morning. I realize it's going up on Saturday, but I have walked 33 miles, and of those 33 miles, I want to say maybe one of those miles was walked at 3 miles an hour. The others were walked at 4 miles an hour. My goal for this week is to end up getting 40 miles walked for the week. And that is when I was doing really, really well, 40 miles was kind of on the low end for me. I one time walked in a week 100 miles on the treadmill. I never plan on ever doing that again. That was way, way, way too much, and it stressed me out. So really, I want to say 40 to 60-ish miles a week is really good for me. And I feel my best when I'm doing that. Yes, I do get a little bit sore, but the rest of me feels good, so I kind of want to leave it at that. And then I thought I would share a little bit of a confession. I was kind of alluding to that a few seconds ago, of what I was doing before, just eating really, really bad, slowed the treadmill down, and I will tell you one thing that I did that was horrible eating, and I hope my mom does not watch this. She would be appalled of what I'm about to confess. And that is, I would go to Publix. They have my favorite bakery. I just love Publix store in general, but they make the most awesome baked goods there. They're very tasty. And they started selling just their buttercream frosting by itself. And I would buy it, and I would buy maybe one piece of cake and then just pile that buttercream frosting on top of that. But I would have a lot of it left over. I would just eat it by itself, and I'm horrified that I did that. That is just grease. It's like Crisco or shortening mixed in with powdered sugar and sometimes a little bit of liquid water or something. I am just like appalled that I did that. And so he's like, I don't plan on ever doing that again. Yes, I will eat some sweets, but I don't plan on just, buying mounds of frosting and eating it. So I was doing that. I am horrified at myself, but I'm not going to continue to beat myself up over it. I gained 20 plus pounds in a year. I'm, I have to put a period in that and move on and do better. So, and that is what I'm doing now. I'm feeling so much better. I weighed on Monday or Tuesday, I'm not really sure right now, and I had already lost 1.8 pounds from the week before. I plan on, as of when you guys are probably watching this video, I will have weighed again. So if I did lose any more, I will share that in the next weekly chat for you guys. But so that's what's happened. But I'm feeling so much better, and so just wanted to share that with you guys. And I'm also feeling better mentally as well as physically. Normally I'm in a pretty positive, good mood. I mean, I had my moments. Don't get me wrong. I do have my moments. Everybody does. We're all human. But in general, I'm a pretty positive person. But when you're just not feeling well, you're not going to be mentally as feeling well either as you do when you're feeling better physically. So it has really helped my mentality. I feel like my stress level has gone down, even though really nothing else has changed other than the way I'm exercising and eating. But I feel like my stress level has gotten better. You just feel better. So if I can encourage anybody to start doing anything, even if it's just something small, do it and just see how you feel. So let's see, what else? What else has happened this week beside that? Let's move on. I have been doing a lot more eBay uploading. I uploaded last Saturday 15 items to eBay. I've sold a couple of items this week, and then I've got several more items to upload. I'm very close to finishing up with all of my stuff, but every time I kind of go through my closet, I'll like, ooh, I think I want to sell that, It is very freeing when you start selling stuff. I don't feel like I feel the need to just hold on and hoard clothing and shoes and handbags anymore. I was emotionally attached to a lot of my handbags and clothing and shoes prior to selling things. Then when I started releasing those, I found that I'm not really as emotionally attached to any of these things. There are a few things that don't currently fit me that I just had to keep because I still really love the item, and I am planning on getting back in them, and that is a goal for me to get to be able to wear those. But I only held on to just very few items that don't fit. Everything else I'm getting rid of. I did wait, and I a video, eBay video just went up as the filming of this video, but I waited and held on to a lot of fall stuff because I didn't think it was going to sell in the summer, and I just didn't want to pay those insertion fees for it to just sit there. So I kind of waited on the fall stuff that didn't fit me. And I do have a few more items, so I will be working on eBay probably as some of you are watching this video doing that. I received my Ebates check this week. Woohoo! If you guys don't do Ebates, you need to start doing it if you do a lot of shopping like I do. So kind of here's what I do. Katie just did a video on making money, ways to make money, and she mentioned Ebates in her video. If you're not subscribed to her channel, go check it out. I will link it below, and I will link that. I'll link that video below that she did. She had a lot of helpful tips on how to make money, and Ebates is one of them. And if you're going to be shopping anyway, do some online shopping. All you have to do is sign up on Ebates website. So right before you decide to say go to Target's website, whatever website it may be, start at Ebates website, type in the store you're looking for, click shop now, and it will take you over to that next website. So it's a click through. That's all you have to do. the store will pay Ebates company a commission for sending people to their website. Then Ebates splits the commission with you, the buyer. They keep part of it and you get part of it. And some of the percentages are very small, and then some of them get really large ones sometimes. I remember, I think it was Sephora did a 16% one time. That was a pretty good one, so just check that out. And if I remember, Katie's channel will be linked below. That video will be linked below. So you do get paid. I promise you. I've been paid several checks. I think they come out quarterly. I'm just looking at my notes if you see me looking down. Oh, if you watched my haul video and you remember that Topshop highlighter sweater, when I say sweater, highlighter jacket, I filmed an outfit of the day that I was planning on uploading on Wednesday. You guys didn't see that. You saw another one that was already pre-filmed. As I was editing that video, there was a section of it cut out. I had apparently hit the record button again and stopped recording. So, yeah, that happened. And I will do another outfit of the day in that, in a future wearing that jacket, but I just recently wore it and I don't want to kind of wear it 2 weekends to church in a row. Even though probably, I don't think many people pay that much attention to what I'm wearing. I don't think that at all, because half the time I don't even remember what I wore the day before. But a highlighter yellow jacket does kind of stand out, so I don't really want to wear that 2 weekends in a row. So you will be seeing that later, but it just happened. It's one of those things. Finished up 3 more empties this week, or finished up 3 more products and threw them in my empties bag. So not as many as I had had the prior couple weeks, but still getting through those. And I don't know when another empties video will be showing up, but anyway, that's just what happened. So the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys is kind of a pet peeve of the week. And I don't know if I should do these or not, because I like to be positive. I don't like to be negative, even though I do have some videos out here that are probably a little bit negative when I do a rant. But I thought it might be kind of fun to do a pet peeve of the week. And if you want to leave one of yours, feel free to do so below, and we can enjoy these together. But what it is this week is somebody with a superiority, I hope I pronounced that word right, attitude, somebody who has a superior view of the world, or of their sense of the world and what's going on. They think they're superior. And originally I was not even going to relate this back to me personally. I had seen, I saw something on Facebook, and it was one of those, I think it's called a meme or a meme. I'm not really sure. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I think it's a meme. And it was a very positive one, and people were commenting on it and going, yeah, it was a Christian one. They were saying, amen, that's awesome, different stuff. And then one person commented and was like, I don't think y'all know the meaning of that word that's being used in that. And it was just like ridiculous. And so I was like, wow, he thinks he is way superior, in that he is more knowledgeable of that than anybody else. And so I was just going to kind of leave it at that. Well, I'm not going to be able to do that at this point because of a comment that was left on my Karrie's Vlogs and Hauls channel. And I'm going to kind of tell the story, and hopefully not to get too convoluted. And man, this video is getting long. I just looked at the clock. Several months ago, I had filmed a taste test video of the caramel apple Oreo cookies. And I said something to the effect, I haven't gone really back and watched the thing, but I said something to the effect of, I bought these with a coupon, or use a coupon. That is the way I pronounce the word of coupon. I realize I think it's pronounced coupon. Some people say coupons. I tend to say coupon. It's just the way it comes out. It's what I've heard all of my life. In different parts of the world, even different parts in Nashville, the country, people pronounce things differently. And it may not be correct, but it's kind of like, it is the way it is. You know what I'm talking about. So several months ago when I filmed that video, this guy comes on. I'm fairly, about 99% confident it was a guy. based on the username and the profile pic. So, and he was like, he was like, what is it with you Americans? You don't know how to pronounce words. I can't even remember. I've deleted the comment, and I'll tell you why later, getting there. So, you know, he was just like, that is not the way you pronounced coupon and blah, 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 blah. He was negative. I kind of jokingly put him in his place a little bit. I kind of was apologetic. Not really. It was kind of I said something about, the way I said, I'm from the South. I realize, you know, Southerners pronounce things a little bit differently, but at least we're always nice. Then I ended it with bless your heart, and bless your heart is kind of a, you kind of say it when you're like, oh, bless their heart, you know what I mean. So, you know, I ended up leaving the comment. He left another one. I deleted that comment, and at this point, after what happened this week, I realized I should have deleted the whole thing to begin with. Somebody else responded back to his original comment and said, don't lump us all together. I don't pronounce it that way. Fairly confident this was a female. And then he responded, oh, then she left another comment and said, it's okay to pronounce things any way you want to as long as people understand them. Well, then he left another comment, the original one, and it was the most profane, vulgar. He called her a, I'm not going to say what he called her, but it was a derogatory term for somebody with a mental disability. Then he called her a bleeping, and I'm not going to say that either, idiot. I'm not going to say what the bleeping word is. And I was horrified. I had already blocked him. So his channel, that comment was not published on the channel, but she could see it and I could see it. So I responded back and I said to her, and I said, I am so sorry he left that comment. That is not the way I feel whatsoever. And people are, you know, I don't allow profanity on my channel. I don't allow cyberbullying on my channel. And if he does it again, I will report him to YouTube for cyberbullying. And I said he's been blocked from my channel. Well, she responded back and said, thank you. Then she left another comment, and I'm a little confused if she was talking about me or this guy, but in the comment she put, she in capital letters needs to grow up. So on one hand, she could have been referring to this other person, but I'm kind of confident this person was a guy, but she might have thought the person was a girl, or she was telling me, you need to grow up. I'm not really sure about that. It could have gone either way. Well, he responds back and says, yes, she needs to grow up. And they just go at it at this point. So at this point, I am like, oh my goodness, this has to stop now. So I go through and I leave a comment. I said, please stop this conversation now. Then I just deleted everything. And then I went over to that girl's channel, the one that the female's channel, and you can see a lot of the discussions or comments that they leave on other people's videos. And let me tell you, I was so horrified at the comments this other person was leaving, and they were racist on some comments, and I hate to call people out for that, but they were racist, they were profane, vulgar, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't need her making comments back on my channel either, so I blocked her as well. That happened this week. At this point, I'm just really annoyed with it, irritated. You know, I got over being offended a long time ago. When you do YouTube for a while, you just get over being offended. You might get irritated at the moment when you see a comment. It does hurt your feelings at first, but after a while, it's just annoying when you get people like that. But especially, I don't want that arguing going back and forth. So let's end this now. Long video. This is my pet peeve of the week, and I promise, I'm probably not going to promise, to start making shorter videos. Oh yes, on these chats. They're way too long. People don't watch them that long. I realize that, but I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye everybody.